Hello, what is up? So, back on the Callisto Protocol differences between Windows and Kali OS, there is actually another difference that I've found, and it's actually been annoying me on Windows, but I have actually fixed it. So I'm going to first of all load it up with my fix, and then I'm going to turn the fix off, which was basically how it was at default when you download a game on Windows. But I would have to say on Linux, I'm not getting this issue. So what it is the blacks in the game are washed out, and even if you actually put HDR on, it gets even worse. And then it actually looks totally washed out. Although when I actually on Windows, when I enable HDR, I do get crashes, which is not that I want to use it anyway, because as I said, it looks totally washed out. But yeah, HDR is very buggy on this game on Windows with crashes. The brightness, I've turned the brightness down in the options, but it is still there. But for some reason on Linux, out of the box, so you just download the game on Steam, and it looks like this. So the blacks are totally fine. Like in the dark areas on the game on Windows, it looks too bright and washed out, and when you're looking at your character, he just don't look natural at all. He looks, all the lighting is totally wrong basically, so it doesn't look realistic. And it was definitely, I'd say the experience was being ruined, because as I said, I'm a bit of a snob for image quality, and if the HDR or if the normal colours of the game are not looking good, I will notice it and I'll have to try and fix it somehow. So it was a bit tricky, but I did find a fix on Windows. So to fix the blacks, you will have to go into, just follow what I'm doing on this, and then you will go to the engine.ini settings, and then you just need to put that command in there, SystemSettings r.TonemapperFilm. I'll leave that in the description, because I'm pretty sure people that like good HDR, I mean, it, as I said, HDR does not look good on the game anyway, but it pretty much looks like a good sort of fake version of a HDR, if you will, once you put that command in. And I mean, not on Linux, as I said, it looked great without, because I don't enable HDR on there, because it does wash out slightly, but then it looks great with it off. And considering the sort of game this is, I mean, it's a horror game, so it should be very dark in certain areas of the game, where I'm pretty sure the developer didn't want it washed out like this. So it's confusing to me, but it totally fixes it, and then it looks completely natural in the dark areas of the game once you put that fix in on Windows. But as I said, I didn't have to do this on Kali OS. I just installed it and it looked great straight away. And I do like the graphics on this game, but so now I've took that command out, it just looks washed out on the character. The blacks are not dark at all now, and so yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually just saying to myself, well, I'd rather play it on Linux because of this a lot of the time, and the lows are better at times as well. So in this area, I would have to say, I think I was getting 100 FPS 1% lows, so I compared it in this exact area here on the Kali OS, and I'm getting over 70, around 70, so that would be 70 and drop. Don't take no notice of this, it says 1 FPS low, but it's because I didn't press F7 to monitor it, so that's all that is. Although the average FPS is actually higher in parts of the game on Windows, and it will dip in this game with FPS. So in certain parts of the game it will dip in FPS for sort of no reason, but as I said, this game ain't the best optimised. I mean, the biggest thing, as I said, was the washed out blacks on here. That was ruining my experience, if anything. So I could play on Windows fine, or Kali OS, but that was really doing my nothing, to be honest, because as a gamer I'm very sensitive to colours, so if something thinks off with a black or whatever, I will have a big issue with it. But for me, it's a great game. I had an epic, like, unbelievable scene before this one, so unreal. So for me, it's a game that's 100% up my street. I love it so far. You can upgrade your gun as you go along. There's different ways of dealing with enemies, and so it gives you a bit of that. I mean, it is a good game for me. I think a lot of the reviews were for the performance, but for me, it's totally up my street. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.